Hello and welcome to Alex's cooking show. Today we're going to make a minestrone soup. I'll show you how to make the first part of this dish. It involves making a carrot, celery, onion base. So if you come through here, you'll see that I've already prepared the base for the soup. And shortly after this we're going to add the beans and the tomato sauce, so stick around. Okay, so once you've got all your veggies nice and softened, you can then add the canned tomatoes. And I just got any old canned tomatoes from the supermarket, some tomatoes with fresh basil. Because I was feeling a little bit adventurous. So you just put it down here. Come over here, don't be shy. Put the 2 cans in. And then you just add a little bit of wine for your soup. And a little bit of wine for me. Okay, so the next part of this dish, once you've put the red wine and the tomatoes in, is to add a whole bag of spinach. So you just chuck the whole bag in. Because as you can see, spinach gets a lot smaller as the heat gets to it. So it will reduce in size. Now you also want to add some cannellini beans. I really like the cannellini. It's perfect for the minestrone soup. So you just pour it all in. Mix it in a little bit. Try and get that sauce onto the spinach so that the spinach absorbs the flavors I've created. And now the most important ingredient of making a soup is stock. Now I'm using the chicken stock over here, and I'm going to use probably the whole thing. So I'm just going to pour the whole thing in. Like I said previously, do not be shy. Chicken stock is, like I said, it's an essential part of the soup, and without it, it would just not be as great. So you just get all those flavors mixed in, and then you want to make your heat a little higher. Bring it to the boil, and once it's to the boil, I will simmer it back down, and I'll show you what to do. In my home in Canada, my granddad made a staple dish in my family, which was called in soup a vegetable soup. And an interesting ingredient he used was pasta. So I'm going to follow in his footsteps and put a bit of pasta in here. Don't put too much in, or else you're just going to get a pasta dish, and that's not what you want. You want a soup. So I'm just going to pour a bit of that in. Don't be too shy. And don't be shy, come over here. And once you've seen about that much in, about half a bag, you just stir it in. Just gently. And as you can see, the soup is almost finished. We've only got a few more things to do for finishing, and then we will have our soup ready to go and ready to eat. I love this dish because it incorporates a lot of many different healthy ingredients that would otherwise be boring by themselves, but when you combine them all together, it creates something really unique and magic. Also, the combination of tomato and wine brings an Italian flavor or influence to the dish, which makes it more interesting to me, in my opinion. So now if you look at the dish, it is pretty well done. Now for finishing it up, I'm just going to serve some in a bowl. Now you could have it like this and eat it like this. And you don't have to do this, but I like to add 3 more things to finish off this meal to really tell the story of the minestrone soup. So all I'll do is I'll rip a few basil leaves. You just plonk them on top, any old way. And then if you're feeling a little bit cheeky, you can put a little bit of sour cream in there, and it just really locks in all the flavors beautifully. So you just put a blob in there. And then last but not least, you just put a bit of Parmesan cheese. You just sprinkle it on top, like so. Let the cheese melt into the soup, and so you get a bit of stringiness going down. And there you have it, Alex's minestrone soup.